So all you need today for this painting that we're going to do is your primary colors of red, yellow, and blue, and some green and brown and some white, and you can put some black on there too if you want. These have really nice bristles and they're great for your trees and your bushes, and this is going to be used for your background, okay? And then we have a flat synthetic brush, chiseled edge, and I have a flat a Filbert brush, which is chiseled edge and synthetic, and I also have a liner brush. So for this painting, the first thing I'd like to do is try to decide where I want everything. So I wanted my waterfalls over here, and I want a nice big cabin here, so the waterfalls looks like they're sort of back, far away. And so we got to figure that out now, how we can get that on our canvas look really pretty. So I just painted the whole canvas blue. You can paint it green, you can paint it brown, whatever color you want. Not real brown, but like maybe a light color, just to have some kind of background color on your canvas. This kind of helps you not have to stare at a blank canvas. It gives you some color and encouragement. So I'm thinking, I just have a wet brush here, that's why you see these lines here, but I'm thinking the waterfalls could be around here, and if we could just try to imagine the waterfalls over here somewhere. I hope it works out, because I didn't do anything with it yet. I'm just going to have some waterfalls falling down here. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put a little bit of white on there, just because, so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm just trying to think, maybe the waterfalls would be here. This is not the painting now, I'm just trying to place things in place, alright? So don't go, probably some water falling down there, and maybe, just showing you different ways that you can approach your painting, okay? You can approach it different ways, whatever way you want to. So see, having that blue background there, you can play around with your layout, your composition. You can play around with it, because if you don't like it, you can always change it, because it's only white paint, so you can always go back over with any color at all. So just say we had these different waterfalls. That might be nice. Maybe we got some trees and things around here, just some trees there, and maybe some over here. I don't know if you can see that, but and then maybe let's see, I'm just going to get some more white paint. Just playing around with as if I was drawing it out, but I'm using white paint because I can always get rid of it. So I'm thinking maybe this could be the grassy area, maybe the cabin is here. Nice big cabin. Not sure what shape I want yet. I'm not really sure yet, so, but that could be the cabin out here. I wonder, should I put it up higher? Anyway, we'll decide. But I think that's a nice spot for the. I think that'll be nice. And then here, it'll be a water here and some reflections. That might be nice. And that's our grassy area, and we got some big trees. So this is all going to be probably trees behind here. And then we could probably have that, and maybe, I don't know, maybe a big old tree or something. Maybe there's a tree behind here, but I want to put a tree somewhere. Maybe a tree right here, going right up here, and maybe a tree here. Maybe some bushes or something here. And I'm thinking maybe a nice bunch of flowers, or I don't know, that might be nice. I'm not sure. Well, let's start painting and see what happens. So first of all, I'm going to take a fan brush. And I'm going to try and work in this area here first, because I want to work in different areas. This is a different type of painting than I usually do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my ultramarine blue, and I'm going to use that for a background for my waterfalls. So I got one right here, so I'm just going to touch, pull over and down, okay? Touch, pull over and down. So, because you're trying to get the shape of the waterfall right now. You're trying to figure out where you want it to go and what type of waterfall you want. So just get it started by doing this. Try to get my hand out of your way. Touch it over and down, and then we have another one underneath that. So we'll do one right here. So where we made those marks, okay? Hopefully this works out, because I'm just doing it as I go along. I'm not going to worry too much if it's a bit messy, because I just want to get something going here to see what I want to do. Down, over and down, over and down, down. Getting there. And down. I'm going to go a little further down with these. Alright, good. Good. I'm just moving them down. So like I said, I'm just showing you, it doesn't have to be perfect, but as long as you get that shape of waterfall, okay? See? Okay, good. Alright, that's cute. Now, with your dirty brush, it's okay, just go right into white. Like that, okay? So you got lots of paint on there. So you want to touch over and down again to get that waterfall effect. Reload. Touch over and down. Touch over and down. Now you got little waterfalls there. And we'll do our waterfalls here. As long as you go over and down, it gives it a nice look of falls. If you haven't got a fan brush, you may be able to do it with your flat bristle. But I get a better result from when I'm using my fan brush. You have to reload to get that white paint down there. See? Now we have little waterfalls. That's a start. I'm going to take that brush that I have some blue and white on there. Whoops. And I'm going to clean my brush. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to clean my brush. And then I'm going to add my dark blue, my ultramarine blue. I'll start off with that first. Then we'll worry about... I'll put my water here. Some water here. So right now we are just trying to establish where we want things to go. And if it looks, you know, a little strange or it doesn't look finished or whatever, that's because we just want to get things in place right now to see where we want everything to go, okay? So just keep putting your water on until you, I say about down here would be nice. So I'm using my fan brush still. There we go. Good. Nice. Yeah, I just want it to be on there. I'll worry about what it looks like later when I'm ready. Now, so we have that much done. Good. Maybe there's some water coming down from the top here because the water has to come from somewhere. So we'll say it's coming from up here somewhere. Okay, so the water is falling down. So just get a bit of white and put that on over it. fall down like water. It's falling down, see? Keep reloading if you need to with white. Good. Now I got a little bit of water there. Now I'm going to take my bristle brush and add some foliage and trees and things here. So I'm just going to make green. So you can get your own sap green, or you can make your own. I like making my own. Right? Nice dark one. Nice and dark. More blue than yellow, and that way I get a nice dark green. I just want to get some of that going on here. So we'll just tap on. You can leave some openings if you want the sky to show through, or you can just close it all in. Just tap gently and let your brush make some pretty leaves for you. Bristles will do the work for you. See how they open up like that? So I'm just going to fill that in right now. I'm not going to worry because I'm going to add some color. So I'm not going to worry right now about anything. I just want to get it in place, and then I will add color to it after. Okay? Don't worry about that now. I'm not sure I want the sky to show through or not, so I'm just going to add that on first, and then I'll decide if I want to close it up more. Pretty simple, you know, we would keep it simple, you know. I'm actually using 4 pictures for my reference. I'm looking at 4. So when I get all this done, I'll show you the pictures. They may not even be anywhere near. That's how I like to use my reference photos. Just to have something there to help me, I don't know, decide on colors, decide on what a tree, you know, kind of tree I want to put somewhere. Or it doesn't mean I'm using the reference photo to do exactly the same way. It's usually to help me just get a few things in place, get some ideas from the reference photos. That's about it, really. But I will show you what I did step by step, how I used the reference photos. I'll give them to you, and I'll show you what I did, and then maybe you can take the reference photos and you can make up your own painting from those reference photos. Wouldn't that be cool? I think that would be so cool. I might bring that one over a little further. So look, we have our background, our water, and our waterfalls. That is so cool. And we'll make that really pretty a little later. So behind the, I'm just wondering how big to make that cabin. Behind the cabin there's some more trees, so I mean we'll just continue on with these. Like I said, I'm going to add color to those and make them look like trees by adding trunks and things like that when I get some of this filled in. I'm just going to add a bunch of leaves. There we go. Alright, yeah, there's going to be a tree here, so I might leave some openings to the sky. Because I painted the whole background blue, I can use that for a sky, see? Alright, now we're going to keep this going until we fill all this up. So that would be the tree. There we go. So I'm just going to take a small flat synthetic brush, and I'm going to put, let's see. I want to get a really dark underpainting for my cabin just so that we can see, you know, what the shape is. I got burnt sienna, or you can use burnt umber, and some ultramarine blue. Look, it almost goes black, so that's perfect. So let's see, we got a cabin with this shape. You can draw it out first if you like, if that helps. We got, I'm just going to bring it down here like this. Nice big cabin. Look at that. Now this is like a more of an old rundown barn or something, isn't it? So we have, that's to the edge of the canvas, so you can't see the other edge of that. That's fine. And then this one here will come out and down. I'm just going to fill that in there. So we'll just fill it in with a dark color first, just so we can establish what way we want our cabin. Good. And then we have, we'll probably put just something here just so that we can figure out the top from the bottom. We'll fill that in. As long as your underpainting is dark, it doesn't matter what colors you use. You can use a really dark blue, a really dark green. You add a little bit of black to your greens or whatever colors you're using. But I'm just using ultramarine blue and burnt sienna. Just want to fill it in. Good. I'm just going to do the bottom. I'll leave a little bit of space just so I can see where I divided it. So let's use a bristle brush and get some, I don't know, some grass or something, getting things established down here. Probably could add a little bit of red and yellow together, a bit of burnt sienna, and make it nice and bright. And then we can add some brighter color down here for a lighter grass. There we go, and I'm going to add a little bit more yellow. Don't want it too orange, I want it kind of on the yellowish side. maybe a little bit of blue to green it up a little bit. I like mixing the colors like this because then I can have different tones and values of color. See? All I'm doing, as you can see, is putting colors in place and shapes. Just trying to figure out what we want to do. And this is fun too because you're not worried about anything right now, only just putting color in that on your canvas. Just making shapes. Simplify it, see? So get some more yellow and a little bit of green it up a little bit. I might put a path here too. Good. Now we got that much started. So what we're going to do is, I just put one there so I make sure I did it okay for you guys. And I'm going to take some white paint on a flat synthetic brush, and I'm going to add a little bit of burnt sienna to it. And I'm not going to mix it totally. I'm just going to drag the white and through the burnt sienna, see, so that it opens up. And then I'm going to make these boards. So I'm just going to go under the roof line and I'm going to make these boards like this. You need more paint. And more. There's a door there somewhere. Well, we can still go down. We can put our door in after. Now this is a really old building, right? So we don't have to worry about it being perfect. Just want to get some boards so it looks like boards. Okay, some of your paint. Let you go there and then you pull through. And you got this marbled look. Right, that's good. And we'll do some more down here. We can actually go across. So these boards here, they're fine. But I'm going to go under those. I'm going to go across this time. Okay. We get a couple of boards going down here. Might as well do that when I'm doing it. And I'm going to go across. I'll leave the door here and then we can start, say, here. Got an edge here. Just using my chiseled edge, as you can see. And we are going to add some up here. On your chiseled edge, you should be able to get a decent edge there. All right. Now, clean your brush. Now, underneath the boards here, we're going to get black. And we will get our black, and we'll go underneath here. Give a shadow. We'll bring some of that black down here between there, and on top of that too if you want. And here, use the chisel edge of your brush, that will help you. Drag some down there like that. You can use the chiseled edge, and you can also turn it the other way to pull straight down, and that you'll be able to bring those shadows down into the wood, see? That gives it a nice look, doesn't it? And the same with over here. You can bring down your shadow color, your black, and pull it in towards this to get that. We're trying to get a really rough look to this. Really, really rough look. Pull that over gently. Don't touch your brush off too much, okay? And go. And we also want to put a little bit underneath there. So we'll take some black on our chiseled edge synthetic brush and pull your brush through like this so that you get a nice chiseled edge, okay? And then you can use your chiseled edge and come across. And now you can bring some up there like that. And your chiseled edge again. Get those boards. Right? Get some cracks and things like that. Gives a kind of a cracked look to it, see? That looks really old. Doesn't that look cool? Yeah, nice. You can use a liner brush to even give it more cracks if you want to. Just rolling it in my black. And let's see, where can I give it more? few little ones here and there. Follow whatever is already there. It looks like it might be cracks. See? I don't want to overdo it though. I'm just trying to show you what you can do with wood. Cool. Cool. So use your liner brush if you need extra cracks, okay? Extra tiny cracks, we'll say. I keep going, I'll overdo it, but that's just an idea to show you how you can get those little extra cracks in there, see? And it looks like it has lots of detail. So if anybody's looking at your cabin, or your falling down old building, they'll say, how did you get all that detail in there? I think we can highlight a little bit, but go into your white so you make a light gray with your liner brush. And I think we can add a little bit of a light touch on top of here. Just to give it like there's light on it. There we go. A little bit here. We have to decide now where the light's coming into. So I don't want to steer you wrong. I'm trying to think where it would be nice for the light to come in. Well, it's all covered up with bushes and everything, so the light can't get in there very good, so it doesn't really matter. So just put some highlight on the edges here. And a little bit on the edge here, just to show that and maybe a little bit, not much, just enough to say there might be a board here or something. Just these little details will help make it look more interesting. That's the word. Make your painting interesting. You don't want to overdo it, but you want to be able to enhance it, make it interesting. All right. Now, if that's dry over here, I'm going to try and pretend there's some light. Maybe there's some light coming in through the boards here. There we go. Maybe a grayish color here. to make it look like there's something going on back here. Kind of old boards here that are sticking out. You can't barely see them. And then it's maybe fade it out a little bit. I don't want it too. It gives, it's like the light is shining through. There's something shining through. There's some kind of light. All right, I think we got enough of that there. All righty then. I think I'm going to put a path. I'm thinking maybe it's coming over here. Maybe, or could be coming over here. So I'm going to add some black and white. Even got a little bit of blue going on there. And I'm going to more white than black. Let's see. Some kind of a path or something going on here. Add more white. Thinking maybe it's just going right off the canvas there. There we go. Now we got something there. That's what you have to do. You have to put in just the basics first to see what you're going to do. So I'm going to try a fan brush and make some grass. Now if you don't like a fan brush, you can use, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll start off with a Bristle first, because it might be a bit hard for some people. Some people don't like the fan brush. I'm going to add some grass. I'm going to add some dark green with ultramarine blue. You can add a little bit of black if you want, you know, not too much, because the kind of black kind of fades down, but it's nice and dark there now, right? You can even add a little bit of red to it. So many things you can add, like you can add even a bit of burnt, see, if you want a really dark, colorful black. So I'm just trying to think. Let's see, maybe there's a few bushes or something going on there next to the house. Oh, look at all that hard work you did. Look, gone. I'm so mean. Keep it down as low as we can so you can see your work. And some over here to the side of the house. Alright. And we'll add probably some shadow color here. Maybe a little bit here. And we will add some yellow to our brush. This is dirty now, and so it'll have some different values. Tap, 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 tap. That gives it a grassy look, see? Go right into that green there, and then move it back out. Add more yellow. More yellow. more yellow. So your brush is dirty, so you're getting all these different values of green. So we leave it dark down there. It's kind of nice. We lighten it up here. Maybe there's some light coming in from the front, who knows? Go here. I really like the fact that I got that dark on there, on my brush still there. It's kind of nice because it's giving me all these layers of different values. Dip into yellow. Because your brush is dirty, you can dip into yellow and you'll still get all those values. Like, see, when you push hard, see it coming off. It's nice puffy grass, isn't it? So go all around, everywhere. Keep it a bit dark down here, it's fine. See, the tap, tap, tapping gives you all that textured grass, right? Makes grass for you. Tap, tap, tap. Going into my yellow again. Going back down here so that I can blend it together as if it's one. Don't want it to look like it's separated from each other. Let me get some of that darker color off there. It's by pushing my brush in, see? Because all that dark paint is a little closer to this here. And so I'm just going to get yellow. I don't need to get any greens or anything because it's already on my brush. I covered up some of that orangey color because you can change your mind. Wasn't sure in the beginning what I wanted to do, so just trying to put things in place so I can change things up as I go along. See? Good. Make sure you get everything so that it looks like it's all blended together. It's not different. Make sure transitions into each other, that it doesn't look like it's a line of yellow, a line of medium green, line of dark green. Don't do that because it won't look right. It's coming along. It's a little different, but it's kind of nice, isn't it? Alright, so we want to put some highlight there. I'm going to add a little bit of red to my yellow to give that orangey color that I like. Yellow and red. And maybe a bit of white to kind of brighten it up a little bit. Kind of a pinkish. And we got some of these pretty flowers going on up here. So your brush will do it for you. So just tap gently on top of what you did so you can leave some shadow there. Isn't that cool? Isn't that nice? There's some more over here. Go on top of what you did so you leave that shadow on the bottom. Maybe there's some up here too. And this is another bush, and you can have that, add a little bit of different color to it. Let's see if we can make it into red and green and yellow, a little bit of blue and white. Just trying out some different colors, just see what I can get. It's not too bad. We'll see. Yeah, it's nice. Might even add a couple here like that. See? Kind of evens out the color, see? Now, nice.